Now that we have clearly understood the simple prepositions, we move further to compound prepositions. Now, compound prepositions are those which are formed by prefixing the preposition to a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. You have these examples above, along, inside, around, before, behind, below, beneath, etc. Look at these sentences. The boys ran around the bench. The book is inside the cupboard. The fan is above the table. Now these are two words combined as one, so they are called compound prepositions. In the next slide, you shall see the two-word prepositions. Just as in the previous slide, you got to know about the one-word compound prepositions. Now these are two-word compound prepositions. So let's look at these examples. According to his mother, he often talked in his sleep. Now if you look at that, according to, it's a preposition and they are two words. So two-word compound prepositions. As of next week, all of you will eat less to lose weight. The Bucks fought hard and it's all because of a door. We waste a lot of time arguing instead of agreeing. The detective didn't know he was sitting next to a wanted man. Sometimes my grandfather cuts pictures out of my magazines. We also have three-word compound prepositions. Now the thing is, these are not anything new. They're not something really new. We have been using them in our daily conversation, but it's just that technically we may not be aware. So right now you need to understand that these three words, if you see together, as far as in addition to or in front of, now these are three-word compound prepositions, right? So let's read an example or two. The explosion could be heard as far as 5 kilometers away. We keep 5 dogs in addition to 2 cats. It's his habit to doze off in front of the television. They continued with their search and rescue mission in spite of the bad weather. He can't sing any more on account of his failing health. The villagers carried pails of water on top of their heads. Moving further to the next kind of prepositions, participle preposition. Now, what do you mean by a participle preposition? It is a participle. Now, we are aware of our present participles and past participles. Present participles are the ing ending words, right? And the others are the ed or en words. So, a participle preposition is a participle that functions as a preposition. Now, some of the most common examples are assuming, barring, considering, during, given, notwithstanding, provided, regarding, and respected. Now, it's somewhat pretty sure that these words, they act as verbs as well as a preposition because they are participles. So they act as verbs as well as prepositions. So they are called participle prepositions. To clear the concept yet further, you need to read the following sentences and identify the participle prepositions. Now, I want you to solve this on your own. Again, please maintain your notebook and write all your answers in that because we shall be discussing all these answers in the next video. So yes, go ahead and solve these sentences. You need to tell us, you need to identify the participle prepositions in these sentences. Now here is yet another exercise for you to solve to know whether you have actually understood the topic very well. Now here you have to fill in the blanks with the most appropriate participle preposition given below. So you have 4 choices. Please pick the correct choice and fill in the blanks. Again, we shall discuss these answers in the next video. So yes, please go ahead. We are now here with the concluding segment of the chapter. Now there are certain words which are the same words. They can be used as a preposition or as an adverb too. Now, how do you know whether it is a preposition or an adverb? So here you are. A preposition takes an object. If there is a noun following the term, it usually indicates the term is a preposition, not an adverb. So you look at the example. He ran down the stairs. Maria looked out of the window. Now you see, you have objects for the preposition down and you have an object window for the preposition out. Let's read further. An adverb doesn't take an object. Adverbs such as these usually appear at the end of the clause or sentence. Now you see the same words we have picked up, down and out. Now on top they were as prepositions. They had an object, so that indicates their prepositions. Whereas these sentences here, she sat down, it has no object further, and like it's saying, it comes usually at the end of the sentence or the clause. We are going out at 7 tonight. Now 7 tonight is definitely not an object, so here it is an adverb. So you need to analyze. If you are asked, if you are given words, you have an exercise further whether it is a preposition or an adverb. So the key thing that you need to keep in your mind is a preposition takes an object, whereas an adverb doesn't take an object. Now here are some more examples to yet clear this thing further, this topic. The family aboard the train panicked when the grandfather was nowhere to be seen. Aboard the train. Do you see there is an object? Now look at this sentence. The helicopter crashed, seriously injuring the pilot and wife aboard. Now here it is stating a location at a place. So here it is an adverb. It doesn't have an object. We watched small crabs scuttling in a sideway motion along the beach. She brought her 7 children along. She brought her 7 children along when she went to the market. Now do you analyze the two sentences? One has an object. So the first along has an object, the beach. Whereas in the second case, there along has no object. So it is an adverb. The railway runs alongside the highway. We wondered what the driver wanted when his car came alongside. Now do you see? Again the same thing. A preposition it requires an object, whereas an adverb doesn't. We can't find a public toilet around here. If we are not lost, why do you keep driving around in circles without getting anywhere? Now, after going through all these examples, I'm sure you have got the right idea, the correct idea, that how do you basically distinguish between a preposition and an adverb? It's now time to assess you on the similar topic. So, in the following sentences, state whether the highlighted words are adverbs or prepositions. Sentences have been given to you, words have been highlighted. Now, it's for you to analyze whether that word is an adverb or a preposition. And you know what you need to keep in mind, right? A preposition requires an object, whereas an adverb doesn't. So working on this principle, you're going to solve this exercise in your notebook, and then we shall discuss it in the next video. Oh, what a relief. Finally, I have reached the last slide. Is that the line I heard from you just now? Well, but I'm sure the journey that you had so far going across all the slides, you also learned a lot. You learned something new, and learning anything new is always fun. It's very interesting. And now that you are on the last slide, let's celebrate. It's time for some fun. So do anything, but let it produce joy. Yes, the activity that you're going to do now, the game that you're going to play now is way more interesting. It is so much fun. So it's now time to tickle the nerves of your brain, right? What you're going to do is you're going to copy this link, right? And you're going to open that video. It's a YouTube link and it is a memory game. Now there you are going, it's a timed memory game. So you're going to get a picture for 5 minutes on your screen, sorry, 5 seconds on your screen, and then there will be questions based on the same. Now, this is related to prepositions itself. So, yes, go ahead, have fun, enjoy, and do remember all that you have learned today. So, take care and happy learning.